Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Summerhour. We start off with your top stories brought to you by Nevada Hand's Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. A US 95 bridge collapses while under construction, injuring one worker and leading to road closures. Review-Journal's James SCHAEFFER takes us to the scene.
Controlled demolitions have been happening here at the US 95 behind me by crews, but we're finding out that crews had a portion of the bridge collapse more than they were expecting. In a planned demolition Thursday, a girder buckled, resulting in a minor injury of one individual that was treated. NDOT said the collapse was not due to any structural deficiencies and that the freeway was not damaged. The planned demolition of a portion of the Eastern Avenue overpass is part of the $40 million US 95 viaduct replacement and retrofit work. Eastern has been closed to vehicle and pedestrian traffic under the bridge, and the road is scheduled to reopen Tuesday night. For the Las Vegas Review-Journal, I'm James SCHAEFFER.
A Clark County grand jury has declined to charge a man with murder after being accused of supplying drugs to a teenage girl who later died of overdose. 32-year-old Marcus Crowley was indicted on 5 felony counts in December, including permitting a child to produce porn and selling a controlled substance. This comes after 13-year-old Daniela Young's death from fentanyl last October. Crowley is believed to be the last person to see Daniela alive. His attorneys could not be reached for comment. 60 days. That's how long the debate will last on whether the city of Las Vegas will seize a nonprofit's land to build a homeless health center. Review-Journal's Jen Ah explains the controversy. Jen?
Renee, it's the case of privately owned versus government operated, serving the same community, the homeless. The city of Las Vegas hopes to build a health center in its homeless campus downtown and is reportedly seeking to take the nonprofit's private property for $1 million to do it. But employees of the privately owned care complex are upset, saying if the city of Las Vegas acquires their land, that would leave them without enough money to rebuild at a new location.
Should negotiations fall flat, it is also considering simply taking that land by eminent domain. Now, that has obviously concerned advocates and workers over at Care Complex, as well as some City of Las Vegas council members who say that the government shouldn't be in the business of taking a private property, particularly from one that is doing so much good work.
The Care Complex's workers say their nonprofit helps the homeless get housing, bus passes, birth certificates, driver's licenses, and clothing. Over the next 60 days, city officials hope to negotiate with the Care Complex. We'll see how that turns out. Renee?
Now it's time to take a look at your local weather forecast for the Las Vegas Valley. Happy Friday, everyone. Today's forecast calls for sunny but windy conditions. Highs today topping around 62 degrees. However, wind gusts could get as high as 29 miles per hour in parts of the valley. Tonight, winds will still be a factor. Evening lows around 44 degrees. For the weekend, sunny and clear. Saturday, we could see winds sticking around. Gusts could reach up to 25 miles per hour. Still, highs for the rest of the weekend will stay in the low 60s. Evening lows in the low 40s. In your health news, the White House announces 400 million N95 masks will be made available free starting next week. This will be the largest distribution of free masks by the federal government since the start of the pandemic. The masks will be available at pharmacies and community health centers that have partnered with the federal vaccine campaign. And the city is partnering with North Shore Clinical Labs to open a drive-through testing site this Saturday. It will be set up in the parking lot of the Veterans Memorial Community Center on Pavilion Center Drive. Free tests will be available Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Sports, sponsored by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app and get a bonus up to $100 when you sign up. The Montreal Canadiens took a 3-2 lead in the third period Thursday night at T-Mobile Arena. But Jonathan Marchessault answered on a power play goal to tie the game, and THEODORE scored in overtime, giving the Golden Knights the 4-3 victory.
Yeah, it was big. I think, I think we played well. We definitely had a lot of chances, but, it was definitely a big goal to, finish the homestand on a note like that and head to the road with some positivity.
Sports betting, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. Circa Sports has odds on all 32 possible Super Bowl EXACTAS heading into the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. The Packers over the Chiefs is the 10-1 favorite, and the 49ers over the Bengals is the longest shot on the board at 120-1. Green Bay over Buffalo pays 12-1, and the Packers over the Titans pays 14-1. Kansas City over Green Bay pays plus 1150, and the Bills over the Packers pays plus 1250. The Buccaneers over the Chiefs is plus 1750, and the Chiefs over the Bucks pays 17-1.
In your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability, a setback for those hoping to bring the Oakland A's to Las Vegas. The Oakland Planning Commission voted to recommend certifying the environmental review for a planned development that would include a $1 billion waterfront ballpark for the A's. The City Council could take up the environmental review next month. The Oakland mayor calls this decision a, quote, huge win for the region. Other aspects of the project would still need to be approved before a ballpark is built. In your lifestyle news, the Public Education Foundation is offering $4 million in scholarships, and most of them are reserved for Clark County students. The Scholarship Plus program offers awards ranging from $250 and up to $20,000 per year. High school seniors and college students can apply now through January 31st. In your entertainment news, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada, David Foster has gotten numerous stars their spotlights on the Las Vegas Strip. Review Journal's John Katzlamides tells us about the next steps in his career.
David Foster told me a story the other day about his first trip to Las Vegas. It was a great trip. He saw Elvis Presley at the Las Vegas Hilton. He tipped the maitre d' $3 for a front row seat. The maitre d' might have thought he was tipping him $300. But now Foster is on stage himself at Encore Theater. He'll be performing many of his hits over his 40-plus year career and telling stories about his relationships with Celine Dion and Michael Bublé. Foster is going to be back for 3 shows in April with his wife, Catherine McPhee, and hopes to become a recurring Vegas headliner himself.
Thank you for watching 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Summerhour. If you have an Amazon Fire TV, search Review Journal to download our channel. And if you're watching 7 at 7 on YouTube, don't forget to give us a like and hit that subscribe button down below. Watch Las Vegas Breaking News streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here later today for 7 at 7 p.m. from the Las Vegas Review Journal. Happy Friday.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.